welcome our guest. Well, she's so hot that the African plains are now known as savannas, as opposed to savannas.
Got it.
It's reporter for Fox 11 LA, Lauren Sivan. Well, if brain cells were cats, his head would be full of cats. It's National Review's Kevin Williamson. His book, The Politically Incorrect Guide to Socialism, is now available on Amazon, the website, not the forest. Well, his only liquid asset is a bottle of stolen Robitussin. It's our repulsive sidekick, Bill Schultz. And we found this guy wandering around Central Park telling knock-knock jokes to pigeons. Let's see if he can make us feel any emotion besides disgust. It's comedian Joe DeRosa. His Comedy Central album, The Depression Auction, is available now on iTunes and, of course, Amazon. Lauren, okay. I don't care that he was an American. Even the fact that he was an American makes me like it more that he was killed, because that tells all our enemies we don't care. We don't care if he's an American. I think that's a good message, right?
I agree with you, Greg. And Kevin, I mean, I agree. I understand your point. But what if all of America is in agreement that we want him dead? Then maybe it's okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, what if we're all on the same page with this guy?
I don't think
bad
even
news?
a majority of 100% gets to vote that you get to kill people with no sort of process. You know, this is
But
a
not
guy.
people.
This is a
What
guy.
if we
This is a
decide
guy
he's
who
an
is not
enemy of our
accused of
country?
being, you know, under arms. He's not someone who was directly linked.
He is
to,
directly linked.
No, he's
to
not. He was
civil
put on the
plots.
list a year ago for things he had written and for a film he had made. He was put on the list for making a video.
Well, the film was awful.
Yeah, it was awful. No
Yeah,
kidding.
that,
Yeah, this is a guy who was targeted specifically for things he had said and done and thought. Not for
Okay,
having
but
carried
name
out a bombing,
someone-
not for having carried out an assassination. You know, in the Civil War, we had the same problem where there were, you know, Confederate agitators, but they got at least a military trial.
But plots that he was connected to, failed plots. If one of these operatives was smart enough to be able to carry them out, they were all foiled. I mean,
But we don't even really know what its connection.
Joe into this. Joe, you're half Egyptian, so I think that speaks for itself. How do you feel? What do you? These are two great examples of people making sense in my mind, but I agree with Lauren and disagree with the man from the future.
Yeah, look,
I ask you a question that insults you before you answer it.
Please.
All right. This guy that was killed, this terrorist, was dating a Croatian stripper. Are you troubled that even terrorists get better chances with chicks than you do?
He was dating a Croat strip,
that's
as
the
they're
only thing
called
I
in the
liked
business.
about him.
Yeah.
That's
That made him likable.
unbelievable.
All right, now ignore that. Let's transition over into the political realm of this briefly, if we may, and then we'll return to the Star Wars aspect.
thank you. Just as long as you bring it back to where I can talk about it. Thanks.
Lauren, is this going to help Obama, or is the economy in such the crapper that it doesn't matter what he does? You okay?
You're gonna be okay.
All right.
I feel like I'm gonna get wet. I see that
I'm
coming.
good. I'm sorry, Lauren. Continue.
Do you think that, I mean, you know, the economy's in such bad shape that Obama could kill
That's why
1,000
he
of these
needs,
guys?
But that's, you know, it's a nice distraction from
Yeah.
the
I mean,
storm we're in.
I know that, Kevin, you can disagree with me, but I like what Obama
too.
is doing. I realize that there might be a reason why he's doing this. He doesn't want to bring these guys back to the United States and deal with all the controversy of a trial and everything with Gitmo.
Give them that forum. You know, when they're in their trial, they
So
get
just-
up on their
but-
grandstand and we
but
get to...
Isn't it ironic that he's chosen a more destructive path, right? Or is that ironic? I can't remember what that means.
Irony?
I don't know.
I know, you went a little Alanis Morissette there.
Yes, I did. That was awesome. Hey, Lauren, you were saying in the green room that you always take shrooms before you go on air. Do you feel like this research justifies your habit?
Well, that wouldn't make any sense because I'm still a but for I think that we're not looking at the, you know, there are obviously benefits to having people be more open-minded, but they're, you know, giving everyone shrooms whose personality you don't jive with, you know, they'll also start eating crayons. I don't know that this is the answer to the jerks of, you know.
You are so narrow-minded. That's amazing. Joe,
I think it's the last thing we need. Everyone's too open now. You got your reality shows, you got your oversharing, you got Lauren
Twitter.
complaining 24/7. Find me. So what scientists should do is do one of two things. They should make a mushroom that still gives you all the hallucinogenic effects, but makes you more insular, and also make it taste better. Because mushrooms taste terrible. They taste like the way Al-Awaki tastes now.
But it doesn't make you open in that way, though.
Does it, man?
No,
Look at your gesture. You're clearly
It doesn't make you open where you're going to run out in the streets and yell annoying things at
think
people.
it
makes you open. Like, take us, okay? We're in a bar hanging out. You're talking to me. My normal reaction, Bill, shut up. On mushrooms, you make a good point, Bill. It's that kind of open-mindedness.
I've changed my mind. I like
Joe,
it.
there would be no good television. No one wants to watch that.
That would be the best television
No one wants to
ever.
watch everything.
It doesn't matter. Everyone's on shrooms, so you can be watching a test pattern. It's going to be awesome.
It would be great if they had a drug that would show.
I have to go. All right, I heard a voice. Coming up, why do ugly people smell? We discuss Lauren Sivan's new book, so we can hate them even more. But first,
This ad campaign, I really.
Lauren, let's face it, it's fun opening regular mail, isn't it?
Who gets no one gets regular. That's a commercial for bills. Who wants to get more bills in the mail? That's not exciting. Look, I will say this. They're promoting it as your mail can't get hacked. Guess what? Before email hacking, there was mail theft. You open up someone's mailbox, steal their bills and their identity. This is not.
Yeah, but you can do that on the internet too.
Proof.
So.
But that's their point, that this is safer than the internet. I can get all of your information by going through your trash.
Kevin?
Why is that?
Well, the internet didn't lose. It's just totally outlived its
That's a good point.
usefulness.
But isn't that amazing, though, that for 47 cents, they're going to pick up a letter from your house and bring it to my house all the way on the other side of the country? I mean, where else can you get a deal like that?
Yeah, and it's a dumb deal because we charge
they're
people
not
the
making
same
money, but-
to take it
And
from
did you
one
see
block
what
to
he
the
sent
next
you?
block as we do to take it from New York to Los Angeles. No, it's the same rate no matter where you.
I forgot what I was going to ask you.
Something insult from Hermaphrodite.
All right. Yes.
First of all, grumble. Second of all, I'll see Lauren's point of mail theft and raise you the virus aspect. They're talking about emails with viruses.
Anthrax?
Thank you. By the way, this is my talking
Sorry.
point.
Quickly.
Good Lord. Yeah, you can't
stole
get
the best one
anthrax
you ever had.
via an email attachment. Thanks, Sivan.
That's true. You know, the International Email Association should run an ad saying you can't get anthrax
Thank
in
you.
email.
Exactly.
I will say this. There's nothing better than getting a letter from your mother and seeing her handwriting. Am I right?
Not from mine. It's
You're
all
absolutely
threats.
right. Yeah, and it's all gone now.
I know. My
Thanks.
Mine doesn't even
Thanks,
write. She
guys.
just cuts up letters in magazines asking me if I want my dog back.
Okay. Do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. You're squealing over there.
Violence.
Yes.
Yeah. Lauren, you said, what if all of America is in agreement that Al-Awlaki should be killed? But kind of feel like one of the things that make this country great is that the Constitution limits the tyranny of the majority. You can't just decide something.
Yes. You
Well, it's like American Idol. If they had American Idol for terrorism, he would
Right.
probably win. Who was a bigger name than him?
Think about it.
I'm just saying, in America.
Really, just say that.
I kind of wish I thought of that myself. I'm that blown away by it, Lauren.
Score one for Lauren. Count it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Joe, you said in Star Wars they didn't just
Yeah, just playing low, you know.
cutting edge that way. Yeah. Lauren, when you said you can get all of our information by going through our trash, I feel like you weren't speaking abstractly.
No, I've actually. Well, it was research for a story, but I
sure.
did a little dumpster diving in my day,
Really?
and to prove to people how easy it was
Uh-huh.
to steal their mail and get their information.
Wow. You weren't even
It was a
working.
public service.
You weren't even working as a journalist at the time. That was the weird thing.
I may not have been on a payroll. However, the message
Right.
is still the
The
same.
5 people you were yelling at from the dumpster.
Yeah, you were doing that before the show. I saw you outside.
Look,
And you kept eating things that you were pulling out of the can.
I recycle.
Wow, that was some really, really tremendous acting, Bill.
Yeah, well, in order to do a little more research, I went over to Gwenna's place to play friend. It didn't work out, but I took a souvenir. Her pretty head. Credits, 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 credits.
You really really love the movie. You really love the movie Seven.
I
don't
have
you?
such amazing positive messages in it. As far as the 7 deadly sins are concerned, don't do them.
Yeah.
Or awful, awful things are going to happen to you.
Yeah. That's
Yes,
the message.
That's the message.
That's the message.
We'll just put her right here.
All right.
There we go.
Can I ask Kevin a question?
Sure.
Kevin, when you worked with Gwyneth Paltrow on Iron Man 1,
Yes.
what was she like?
She was charming. You know, actually, oddly enough, I was on a film junket for The Pallbearer, one of her first sort of movies, and she was tremendously nice.
Yeah, she is adorable, and this is nothing more than a salute to her birthday. But you saw her recently, didn't you, Lauren?
No, I just.
Oh, you're not going to divulge that fact?
Heard a rumor about her. Love your cookbook, Gwenny.
She recites passages. It's quite comical.
All right.
Enjoy it.
Time to take a break. Coming up, more stuff. No, cat. Somehow I knew he was going to say that. Hey, Lauren, why did the attorney feel compelled to say that? Why are we so PC about this stuff?
I don't know. That really bothered me. Because other than that little part of this story, it's
Yeah.
it made me feel good. Like our counterterrorism forces are obviously working,
Yeah.
and you can't buy arms. Like it's probably going to be a counterterrorism force you're buying arms from. Like you can't hire a hitman anymore. It's going to be an undercover cop.
Yeah.
So and then you read that part, and you're like, why'd you have to go and make this into a PC?
Why do they, Joe? Why do they do? It's like they.
Danger.
Well, you know, the real loser is in all this, Toys R Us. Because now everyone that buys a remote control plane is going to be on some sort of watch list. It's a hobby, all right? I enjoy my remote planesies.
Yes.
And now I'm a criminal.
Yes, you are.
What about all that
Awesome.
fertilizer?
You were a
Awesome.
criminal
Yeah.
before
Explain
the
that.
planes. thing.
Oh, you.
All right.
I'll box your ears.
Well, closing.
Lauren, how's LA treating you?
Oh, very well. Thanks for asking, Andy.
Sure.
Yeah. And we look forward to you visiting.
Wow, you've become even more superficial.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
I didn't think
I thought
it was.
I had it nailed before.
I
but
think I think you've outdone yourself, you shallow piece of filth.
Hey,
I miss you so much.
We all do.
We all
She's
miss you.
deeply filthy.
Yeah.
I
Andy,
think
sorry.
that says it all.
What are you doing?
Joe?
Yes, sir.